Well, heck with it. I'll just go live now. I'll fix this guitar up. We'll get this one banging here. But, oh boy, yeah, okay. So somebody took off the initial bit of a pickguard cover, and I'm going to take the rest of it off. And you can see all the extra plastic that Fender does. They put all this stuff on before, so you got to take all this stuff off of here in order to get all of the plastic off of it. And I'll show you what happens. This guitar belongs to a young lady who's going to be learning to play guitar here, and this is the guitar that she chose to purchase. And the strings were a little bit rusty, probably from sitting on a ship out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean for 5 years or something like that, maybe, who knows. So I'm going to have to pull these nuts off of here to get the nuts. I have to pull these off of here to get all this plastic. And I got some stuck underneath that pickup screw, so I'll have to get that off of there. You just can't have any of this left over on the instrument, so we'll do this. And take the time to make this nice and neat for this young lady so she doesn't quit playing guitar. Now I haven't even touched the instrument with as far as how it plays. I have no idea at this point. Yep, wrong side. Is that the right one? Come on, baby. There we go. So we'll pull these off of here. Kevin, what's up, brother? Yeah. This is a Fender Squire Bullet Strat. You can look them up on Google to find out how much they cost. I don't think they're tragically expensive, which means the quality control is probably not that great. So I want to be careful and make sure that I set this thing up for this young lady so that oop, I almost threw that nut away. Almost threw that nut away. So just getting all this plastic off of here so it looks nice and pretty. Doesn't that look nice now? And they put scratch guard on the scratch guard, right? That's cool. Oh, yeah, it's a pretty neat looking instrument. It's a beautiful guitar. But again, you know, a really affordable instrument, and I'm sure that a lot of the, you know, it's not like you expect just a beginning guitar player to go out and buy an American Strat, right? So she bought this one probably because it looks cool, and maybe she's seen a guitar player that has one like it, and wants to play guitar. So good for her. Interesting. There we go. I keep setting these nuts down someplace where I can't find them. But I'm sure she'll appreciate seeing this thing looking like this over having all that plastic on it. It looks kind of dull. I'm hoping I can get that little bit of plastic off without too much trouble. I should have pulled these nuts off of there first. I kind of got the tail wagging the dog, you know. There we go. Okay. Almost like it has 3 layers of plastic on it. Some of these do. They put 3 layers of scratch guard on the scratch guard. So you gotta pick all this stuff off of there. You know, a new guitar owner, they're probably not going to take the time to do this, so they're going to have plastic sticking out from underneath their volume pots, and we've all seen it. You know, if you bought a new guitar and you're a little afraid to do what I'm doing here, probably have some plastic sticking out from underneath screws and stuff. It just looks kind of goofy, so I'm just doing this to kind of hopefully inspire you. If you have that ugly plastic sticking out from underneath your volume pots or whatever, don't be afraid to do this. It doesn't take much work, and you're not going to hurt anything really. This one might be a little bit more tricky to get out of here. Well, we'll see what we can do here. I might have to, let me see if I can loosen this a little bit. Spring on this one's nice and tight. I promise. I'm having to hold up on this thing pretty serious. And I don't have a whole lot of gripping power with my little I'm gonna do my damnedest to get that thing out of there. Let's see, what can I do here? Can I pry up on that? Let's see, I can. Let me do this. I know. Now everybody's shitting their pants right now because I'm doing this, right? Trying to pick up on this thing. Yeah, see, you know, Fender, that's a really great idea. You guys have done your customers such a great service in keeping your pick guards, but making the guitar look like crap. Because I can't get the plastic out from underneath these screws. You're so smart like that. It's not like you could leave a little bit of a hole there around the screws. And I'm being kind of anal about this maybe, but I think it's important that I be anal, that people pay me to do this kind of work for them. Oop, okay. Dagnabbit. I'm trying to be real careful not to damage the windings on this pickup, all to get this little piece of plastic out of here. You can call me dumb, call me anal, call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. We'll get her. There we go. Got her. Okay, so now all the plastic, the ugly plastic, is out from underneath this beautiful guitar. Sometimes you got to do that in order to get a guitar looking good. It's a bummer that you got to do that. It takes that much work, but such is life, I guess. Whew. Look at that. I don't know. Okay. Time for a new rag. That was just a little smear from some stuff that was still on that rag from another job I did. Charlie, what's happening? Yeah, still have plastic on it. Yep. I think I got all that stuff out of there for you, Kevin. I'm pretty sure when it was in here one time, I just dug in, and I don't know if you did it or not, but man, you got it. I think it's a good idea to do that, just because looking down there and seeing that little bits of plastic, that just looks dumb. And unfortunately, the manufacturer doesn't make it real easy to get that stuff off of the instrument. So yeah, it's a tragedy, but such is life. They want to keep the guitar looking pretty for the person who buys it, but then they have to take all the hardware off of it to actually make it look pretty. It's kind of goofy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a good wipe down here before I put all the parts and pieces back on it. It's got a little bit of a ding down here in the finish. We'll hit that with some polish and see if I can get rid of that for her. I was doing a guitar lesson when this young lady showed up. Her and her mom came in, so I didn't get a chance to meet her. But it sounds like she might be a high school student or high school age, so I want to make sure she keeps playing. So we'll set this thing up for her. Now keep in mind, also on this guitar, all I'm supposed to do is a string change, right? Get rid of that. But this is a new guitar player, and given the fact that I am allotted the time that I'm allotted to do this kind of stuff, I can take a little extra time and hopefully keep this young lady from not playing guitar because the thing is too hard to play. which is very common on these guitars. Although I don't know how this one was set up. I'll know when I put strings on it. But I'm guessing the quality control is not that great, and it probably needs some adjustments. So we'll do all of that. Just checking the fingerboard for cheese grater frets that are common. This one actually is pretty good. Alright. The control feels good, so I'm rolling, turning all the volumes down, and we'll place these knobs on here so that they are all pointed the same direction. They're all aligned. Got to use the force sometimes. There we go. And another tone control. That looks good. Good job, Fender. Even on these inexpensive guitars, did a great job. See, now they're all right. They look good, right? All the same shape. Okay. Frets look okay on this one. I'm going to avoid polishing those at this point, just to try and get by quickly on this a little bit, because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. That's really unnecessary to polish them at this point, but I normally would. Yeah, okay, I figured so much. Yeah, that stuff just bugs me to death, man. And it probably wouldn't bug me so much if it was on my guitar, but I don't want people I work for to have to deal with doing that, you know? It just takes a couple minutes. And I've done it enough times that I'm not going to hurt anything by doing it. And you can, you know, if the knobs are on there so close that you can't pull them off of there, you could scratch the guitar. It almost looked like that had some scratches on it from having a screwdriver put on it, but I think that was in the that was just in the oh, what do we want to call it, the scratch guard, the scratch guard, that's what it was. Okay, boy, this thing is dry as a bone too. Holy smokes. We got a little bit of guck off of there, so that's good. But that looks a whole lot nicer. Nice and treated. It'll feel really good. We'll wipe down these frets just for the sake of doing it. And we're about ready to throw strings on this girl. I call them all girls. I hope that doesn't offend anybody. This is something about guitars that I think they're all girls. This one might identify as a girl. I don't know. I haven't asked it. Oh, let's dust off these saddles too. These things are dirty. We'll clean it a little bit. I'm not going to spend a boatload of time doing it because I'm going to be doing a bunch of extra stuff on this that just a little special touch on this one because I can. See that? Let me get my here it is. You might wonder what I'm looking for here, and I'm looking for any movement when I tighten these screws, because you want this front edge of this thing to be able to tilt, but you don't want it flopping in the breeze, and one of these screws was way too loose. Again, a quality control thing that, you know, they're going to overlook at a factory when they're building a guitar in 2.6 minutes. So probably not going to check that stuff too terribly accurately. Alright, let's look at the back of this thing. It looks pretty darn good. It's got really inexpensive machine heads on it. We'll take a look at those here in a minute, but looks alright. This has does this have scratch guard on it also? It sure does. Alright, so let's fix that. Where's my drill? Remember, never use power tools on a guitar. Only basses. This is a really bad idea. Don't... Huh. Look at that. A different screw in there. I don't know if this thing's brand new, but got an oddball screw in the cover plate. What's happening, Stu?
I'm just looking for some parts.
Oh, I got parts all over the place. What do you need?
Yeah, I thought maybe I had one of those spots out there. They don't have them today on Amazon.
What? The
Yeah.
the 5K?
Yeah, they don't have the three.
Did we order them? Did we order it yesterday?
I didn't order them because we said wait on it, and then
Oh.
so I did.
Okay, let me look them up.
Let me look at my stuff too. I mean I know I have them.
I just can't use an old one in it. It's got to be.
Well, they're brand new.
Okay.
They're brand new. They were mounted in a chassis. I was built an amp.
Well, and the thing is, though, what we might run into now is keeping him from playing a gig if we don't get him.
Right.
If we let one more day go, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can get something close, but they're, the thing is, they have all kinds of 5K linears that are the same. You need a 3/8.
But they're now they got to be alpha.
They do, or but
And a 3/8 shaft. We can't. I don't want to use a long shaft.
3/8 bushing with the quarter shaft, a quarter-inch shaft, with the 24mm body, and that's what them are amplifier
You're
shit.
kidding me? They don't have any in today.
Yeah, they might. I'll look again. I know they probably have 16mm bodies but they're probably going to be the smaller mount, and you don't want the smaller mount. You want
No,
the
it's got to be identical to that one, or at least as close as we can get.
And I know I have some, and they're brand new, but I just got to find that. But the thing is, if worse comes to worse, we just need to get them.
Yeah, that's it. 'Cause I don't want to run into
Electronic Supply, I know has them. I know they have them because they, or any place that has amp parts. Like, do any of your guitar part dealer people have
free shipping?
Or amplifier like Mojo Tone stuff or any of that stuff? Because they'd probably don't you do like guitar parts from like what was that music place?
Philadelphia?
Yeah, one of them, someplace like that would have them.
Philadelphia's been kind of weird on their stock lately. I haven't ordered anything from them for a while because I've looked a few things up that I needed and they didn't have it. And I was just kind of like, I don't think I want to waste my time looking there.
Yeah, I'll just pull up a general internet search and see if one of the places makes sense.
It's okay. It's an Alpha B5K, right? Alpha B5K.
Alpha B5K.
Yeah. Let me go to Alpha B5K.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You might want potentiometer. There you go.
I spell that?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, B5K. Where are you at? 16mm.
Yeah, see, they're all wrong shafts and shit.
Two-dayed. God, they had them yesterday.
They had them yesterday. And they're all the wrong shaft. They do have, the ones I've seen today all have the wrong shaft.
They're the little skinny, cheap.
Yeah, the spline shit, and you want a solid shaft.
Yeah. You be careful here.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
That's all right. I'm just looking out for your.
What?
I don't want to break my camera, man.
Yeah, let's be looking into the lens. Might shatter that.
Let's see. Is that?
This one shaft.
Alpha, mini metric size, split shaft.
That's a split shaft, saying you're doing solid shaft.
And that's a B1.
Mm-hmm. See, there's all kinds of weird brands that are close, but
there's a solid 10K. Didn't I type B5K?
Yeah, and they'll pull everything up. That's what the problem I was having. It makes it. I went through like 10 pages of crap.
Did you?
Yeah,
You've seen all this.
Oh yeah, but there's stuff that's close. I mean, you might be able to, go down there. There'll be something down farther. 2
pieces, 5K pot, single rotary taper. Let's do this. Let's do. It's an Alpha B5K. That's a linear taper, right?
Yeah, I put linear. Yeah.
Linear taper. Potentiometer. Maybe that'll help clear things up. Alpha 500K.
Yeah. There'll be some down lower.
Come on,
baby. I went through this shit earlier.
Mini 500K.
Because 500 is most common, so. Yeah. There's some 250. Hey, we're getting lower numbers. We're getting closer. They're gonna fuck with you.
Come on, B5K. Come on. Oh.
Yeah, they're not gonna like you.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the ones we were looking at yesterday on the air weren't actual 5K. I wonder if we were making a mistake.
I wasn't. Oh, I was real careful.
These are all saying 500K.
Yeah, I'd go back up and just refine your search. I can't remember what I put in there yesterday. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do 5K linear.
Over here, buddy.
Ooh, I got a dot on that. Okay. Boy, Amazon search engine can really give you results from your exact search instead of all the other stuff. Am I wrong about this? It's kind of like going to the grocery store and asking, where are your oranges? And they take you over and show you the strawberries, right? It makes no sense. 5K linear taper. Linear taper. 9 pieces, linear taper, rotary pot. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I need a full size. And it would be nice. 5K, set of 5 each, 5K linear taper, rotary. There's a solid taste. Oh boy. Linear taper. Tweed. Adjustable rotary. I don't need adjustable rotary. Boy, everything but what I'm looking for. Might have to get these from boy. Well. Okay, how much time do I want to spend with this? Because man, it's not giving me any other results. Good grief. Okay. So I can't get them on Amazon. Amazon does not have what I want. Let's go to, well, I'm sorry guys, I got distracted. I was hoping to get working on this guitar, and of course, we do 8 things at once here. Let's go to Antique Electronic Supply. Let's go to Antique Electronic Supply. 5K linear taper potentiometer. And I think I spelled everything. I spelled everything correctly. Let's see if they give me any results that result anything like that. Alpha. Let's do Alpha brand. There we go. Potentiometer. Alpha. Linear. There it is. 3/8 bushing. That is the exact one. A $1.90. Solid shaft. There it is. That's the one. $1.55. Okay, I'm gonna buy. Please select the item. 5K ohm. Linear solid shaft. 24 millimeter. 24 millimeter. I better measure it. I think that's right, because the other one's like a 9 mil or something, or 3/8 bushing. 300 degree yeah, okay, that's right. Most vintage American made too. I better measure the bushing on that. Dagnabbit. Okay. Alright, so you guys are going to get to see something that very few humans get to see. I have nowhere to put guitars now. I'm out of wall hangers. We're totally out of wall hangers back there. There's 8 guitars hanging.
They have alpha pots, but they're the wrong. They're the smaller.
I found them at Antique Supply, but
yeah, they always have them.
Yeah, I think the 3/8 bushing.
3/8 bushing is the one.
Okay, let's do. Let's get 2 of those. Oops.
And it's.
So just get 2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Add to cart. Please select an item from. Oh.
And you put it in their 5K.
5K ohm, and that's alpha linear 3/8 bushing.
That's it. That's the right one.
Add to cart. Okay, I ordered it. So I'm gonna check out. I'll just buy it myself, and I'll get the money from Mike or whatever when we have it.
Cheaper that way too.
So it's $380 for the parts. Here we go.
And the shipping is $800.
Oh, we'll find out. I'm not doing. Let's see. Can I check out without delivery information? Let's do Mike. Man, I'm just gonna use Mike's name on the address.
That's perfect.
111. Let's delete that. City. Grand 97. Okay. Let's do 541 63. I'll get to work on this thing soon enough, I promise. But I'll show you what I'm working on. You guys will trip on this thing. The billing information is the same. Yeah, that's fine. Click to calculate shipping.
Such a small.
Around $4.95.
Ain't as bad as it could be. That's still bad. But
yeah, I gotta do it.
You gotta do it. Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's see. What is my? Doggone it! I think I know what it is, but we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. Oh yeah, I knew what it was. I knew what that little number is. Confirm. So, okay. Continue. I know, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. No thanks. Review an account or exist for your email. The account, that's alright. The new account details you entered will be disregarded. Okay. Yeah. Okay, submit order. $3.80 in parts, $4.95 in shipping. $4.95. That's great. Okay, now I'll have an email. All right, let's get back to work. Here we go. What's up, Jam Pro? Joe McGraw. Hey, Marshall. Yeah, it can be a pain. All right, you guys, let's get back to this little... I want to show you real quick. Let's look at this. You have any idea what's in this bag? Any guesses? I'll give you a second to guess. Here, I'll turn it around so you can see the name on the bag. And yes, that's what's in the bag. I ain't telling you what it is, but any guesses? Alright, we'll start unzipping. Can't get any participation. I have to do everything. You ready? Yep. You're seeing it. Yes, I'm fixing a theremin. Yeah. And I got to play this a little bit yesterday. The problem is this linear taper B5K, which is B stands for a linear taper, B5K. I got to make sure Cheryl Crow's not on here. She'll sue me. The volume pot. And what's really tragic about this thing is this was in this gentleman's rehearsal space, and some knuckleheads got in there and thought that it was okay for them to play with his equipment. I don't know if you've looked these up. Look one of these up on Google it and see how much one of these costs. And this is a pretty new one, but it's a theremin, and thing took a hit, and remarkably, when the thing took a hit, the volume pot quit working. So, and they just acted like nothing happened. What's that? Is it?
Brian, I'm good, man. So I'm sitting right in front of Marshall. You want me to tell him? He said your camera's froze up. He said.
Oh, good grief. Okay.
Yeah, for about like 5 minutes. It's because I was over here bothering him earlier and bumped into it.
I just need to. Oh, I'm sorry. Dag nabbit.
Do something for you today, buddy?
Let's see. There we go. Gosh, you guys, I'm sorry it froze up. I got really weak USB. Oh boy.
I think he's got it going there.
Yeah, there we go. Gosh, you guys, I'm really sorry about that.
I've been doing anything. I've just been doing car installs, so. But I'll get around to it.
Thanks,
buddy.
Richard. I love you, man. Wait, you need my cell number?
Oh yeah, I like them. I like them for certain things. They're perfect, you know. It's definitely an era in time, you know. You got to love it. It's like It's like having the old Distortion Plus or the old 808 or something, you know, for old timey stuff, you know.
Oh, Richard, you're a sweetheart.
Yep, that's what you gotta do, man. I love that. I might get back into doing a little more recording when it gets summertime, but I've been just doing car stuff right now, so got a little
diversion.
Do that Christmas time stuff and Valentine's, you know, all that crap.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to use Slinky 9s like I always use on Strat style guitars. I like using 9s. You guys, I really apologize for that. If I move my camera, this USB port on this computer is really pretty fragile, so I have to be really careful of it, and I don't have OBS open, so I can't always tell when it freezes. I'm as much as I try to walk on water, god damn it, my ankles get wet.
Alright, thank you, buddy. You get feeling better, alright? Alright, you too, man. Bye-bye.
Is that Richard?
No, that was Brian Hill.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah,
Oh, Brian.
Tell you, 'cause
I could have sworn. Thanks, Brian.
He was watching you, and he's feeling bad. He's a cool cat.
Everybody say hi to Brian. And I think if you're watching and you want to comment, you absolutely don't have to be subscribed to my channel to say something, man. Thank you for calling and letting me know. I could have swore that was Richard, but I was wrong.
All right.
Hey, you asshole, why didn't you call me? No. So, anybody else up for maybe doing a jam this weekend? What's happening, Ed? And Joe? Oh, it's good to see y'all. We're you know how I kind of have to do these unannounced in most cases. I did make an appointment for 11:30, but I just went ahead and went live because I was ready. Oh, we have fun here. It's, you know, visiting with you guys is like visiting with the guys I work with. It's always a blast. You were dialing. I'll bet you were, brother. Okay, let's get some strings on this. Now, be careful. Usually when I move this, I yanked on that camera. Now, I'm going to video this because the young lady who is going to play this guitar, I want her to see me put strings on this thing. So I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can so that she only has to watch 20 seconds of video instead of 2 hours of me talking too much, right? I made that look really easy. I promise. Most people cannot do it this fast because I'm like Superman of guitar string changes. And I have a kryptonite string winder which keeps me on my toes. See how I do that? And I'm just going to tell you like I tell everybody else. It's 2 winds and then the string through the hole over the top of your windings. So here we go one more time. Remember to go under the string trees. 1, 2 wraps around. Then I use my thumbnail. If you got the nails, you got to keep your thumbnails long if you work on guitars because you need them all the time. Pull it tight. I'm pulling it. I'm not being nice about pulling that tight. I'm really pulling it pretty darn tight. And then we'll tighten this up. That's pretty close to D. On the unwound strings, these ones don't have windings over them. We go 3 wraps. So 1, and I'm making this look really simple, I promise. 2, whoop, okay, that was weird. Okay, there we go. 2, 3. And I'm just gonna go, that one I didn't do as well as I normally do, but it'll work. You don't want them to get all messy and look ugly. You want them to be nice and tidy up here. And then you'll notice there's a little bit of I gotta look at this one. This is wrapping kind of weird. Okay, and we'll get rid of that little loop here in just a moment. You see how they look nice and tidy. Now what I do when I get a little loop like that, take my dikes. I don't know how well, hopefully my camera guy's keeping up. I take my dikes and I grab this side of the string with my dikes and just pull on it a little bit. There you go. See, now we got a nice tidy little string on there. Let's do one more. Here we go. This is the B string if you don't know the names of your strings yet. E, A, D, G, B. 1, 2, 3 wraps.
I might be out. Let me look.
Over the top.
Hey, can I call you right back?
There we go. Now also, when I'm winding this thing up, I'm putting tension on the string down here to keep my windings up at this end nice and taut. So when you're winding it up, your string will stay in tune. Now, I also noticed, look at how there's gaps in between those windings. I don't like that. So I'm loosening it up a little bit. I usually check those before I do this, but I get them nice and taut. So they're all nice and tight together. It looks tidy. And this one has a little bit of a loop too, so we'll fix this one. There we go. Looks good. And then on the last one, 3 wraps and over the top. Here we go. 1, 2. Never cut your strings off until you're done. There you go. That's how you put strings on your guitar. Let's see how close my ear is. Let's see.
These have a big flange and they just don't fit. They're going to find it, but they don't have.
Ooh! You watched me do it.
These are great.
My ear still works. I can't hear anything, but I got good pitch.
And they don't work in like Chevys and stuff like that because of that. You know, the big
Alright, now once you got your strings on there, that was pretty impressive, wasn't it? I nailed it like perfectly. It was perfect. Let me get my magnetizer. If you don't own one of these, get one. They're cool. In fact, while I got it out here, let's do this. Yeah, we'll magnetize that one.
Yeah, these are super high.
No.
So let's see.
We'll magnetize that one. Magnetize. We'll magnetize this one. Got a new webcam, by the way. But I'm not using it here. I'm using it at home. And my good friend Jampro got to pay witness to it last night, and he said it reminded him of being on LSD. So I may use it in most of my streams just to help you all out with tracers. Yeah, $260, Joe. You ain't kidding. Wow. Okay, let's keep going here. It's cool that you guys are having a nice conversation in the chats. There's a lot of guys that know a lot about guitars in here right now. Quentin, what's happening, brother? Hey, okay. So once you get strings, and again, I'm doing this for the young lady who owns this guitar. I'll get to probably meet her today. I haven't met her yet. I'm stretching the strings. And this is something you don't want to be real nice about. I always say that. And so this little trick that I'm showing right here is this little thing where you just pinch it, and this allows you to stretch. I use usually 2 or 3 fingers, and your fingers you'll feel it. I just go up the entire length of the string and get as much stretch out of that thing as I can. There we go. So that string's in tune right now, but watch what happens when I yank on this. So that went down a full step. So I stretched a whole, Quentin would say, yeah, he'd say a full step. It didn't go a step and a half. But educated people would say a semitone and a half, or 2 semitones. No, I'm joking. You guys know it. Pull until they stop. Yep. I hear it all the time. Yeah. 2 semitones. Yep. That's fun. Quentin, I'm curious. I got a question for you on your volume on that jam stream, man. You were a little quiet the other day. Did you figure out a way to get your volume of your guitar up on the stream without having to like make a bunch of weird adjustments, or could you just grab the volume knob on your amp or your pedal and do it? I just wondered, because sometimes the way people have their audio run, there's not a whole lot of adjusting a guy can do. So I'm just curious if you figured that out, or if you even know. Who is that? Yeah, HSS, yeah. Due to increase the output on each. Oh, I got you. Okay, it doesn't have like a one single master volume that you could ramp up, but I figured that's what you could do, man. Yeah, I could hear you. Don't get me wrong. You were audible, but if you probably watched back and saw what we were all whining about. It's like, God damn, I want to hear what that guy's doing. If you guys don't know Quentin, he's one hell of a guitar player. And I think he's left-handed. Alright, so that's ultimately what she paid me for, or what they're paying me for. So I could technically put this guitar on the stand over there and have her come in and get it. But Stu was telling me that this young, how old? What do you think? 17, the girl that had this guitar?
Probably just around there, maybe a year younger.
Okay.
I think it's about 16, 17.
And she's just learning to play guitar. So I am not going to send this home, aside from being absolutely fucking perfect, right? I want her to continue playing guitar, and it's wonderful that there are so many young ladies that are getting interested in playing guitar. And Fender said it themselves. There was a year where more women bought guitars than men, which is really astounding. And you know, it's interesting that year I had almost nothing but female guitar players for quite some time, or students, I should say. So that's truth. So I'm really proud of that fact, that some young ladies are finding interest in it. There are certainly some really amazing female guitarists. Jen, what's that girl that plays for not Dio, Alice Cooper? Really amazing. Really good, wonderful talent. Okay. I'm going to leave that neck relief right where it is. It looks good. I'm out of work now. Let's check our string height. And I do it in this order. And on a Stratocaster, I measure at the 17th fret. So the string height right now, get this. It's supposed to be 5/64. That's what Leo Fender says. At the 17th fret, not the 12th fret, on a Stratocaster shaped object. It is 7/64. So she's pushing 2/64 further right here to make a note happen. That's a bummer. Not anymore, because we'll fix that. I will fix that. So here we go, doing the string action. Is this how you guys do it? Doing a Strat style guitar? Oh, and here's a question that I want to pose to folks. People call them tremolo bars. Tremolo bars. Now, tremolo bars, right? Now, if you change the pitch of something, it's called vibrato. Am I wrong? I'm just asking. I'm going to take this down to 4/64 just to see what I can get away with here. And we'll do them all. We'll get the string action all the way across this thing. Just, oh yeah, 4.5. Let's do 4.5. That's good. All right, here it is. We'll get this thing. This thing's going to be so dialed in. This girl isn't going to know what hit her. She's going to just fall in love with this guitar. And we're 4.5 on that one. Yeah, I'm going to give it one more little quarter turn. And the other thing I'm doing is keeping the saddles perfectly flat with the top of the guitar. Cool thing about Strats is they're flat tops and the surface is flat, so you can really make sure they're perfectly flat. You want them level. It just makes tuning stability a little better, and it makes my brain not melt or explode. Seeing a crooked saddle on a Stratocaster is one of the most annoying things, right next to seeing a black guitar. So vibrato or tremolo, because these call them trims. People call them trims, but they're not trims, because to my knowledge, these do not change the volume of anything. I suppose they could. Ooh, that was too much. I gotta get up just a bit more. They could change the volume. Am I wrong? It's like they call it vibrato on some of Fender's amps, but it's not vibrato, it's tremolo. Vibrato is bending pitch. You know, Does not change pitch. Exactly. Yeah. Radius gauge is set action. A radius gauge. Whammy bars. That's a good thing to call them. Yeah. But there's this whole community of trans trim things like the Steinbergers and all that stuff. It bugs me to hear them call them a trim, because it's not trim. That's an actual incorrect thing to call something. And I don't know. I've read a few books in my life. I went to college when it got me a scholarship. Okay. Let's see. We're at 4. I'm gonna key him up just a bit. Yeah. I mean, it's no big deal. I know what you're talking about, but poor kids, they're just going to be so confused. So why don't I call it tremolo when I bend a note? Why don't I trim a note? Why isn't my tremolo working? What's wrong with my tremolo technique? Right? It's all relative, correct? It's all relative. I'm just kind of being an asshole and talking because I can right now. I should shut up and stay busy. Shut up. There we go. Okay, we're still coming down, it's coming down with the action, Here we go. Coming down. There we go. See? Ooh, damn, that's perfect. 3/64, and then we got to come down. This is at 5/64. It needs to be down around 3/64. That's what I set it up. And it's important, you know, if you have a guitar set up, it's a pretty good thing to know what the heights are that you really like, because then, you know, if you get old and retired, and you got to take your guitar to some dude to do this kind of work for you. If you know what you... Oh, my camera was not even pointed in the right place. Good grief. My camera guy is drunk again. Okay. It's important to know that measurement because you can share that with your guitar tech and they can do that for you. And I actually write down the heights for a lot of my clients. So when they come in, I just grab a piece of paper and, oh, Mark needs this, and that's where it's at. And even specific guitars, so that's kind of cool. You guys, doggone it. I'm sorry that I didn't have the camera pointed in the right direction. All I was doing, you've seen it 1,000 times. So now I'm tuning her up. Get you down here. Oh, I gotta be careful. Sheryl Crow can't have her. Kind of, you know, after all the adjustments that you make on one of these, even after you've stretched all the strings, now I've moved all those saddles. I need to re-stretch the strings because now the string's hitting this at a slightly different spot, and I'm still getting a full step of stretch. Look at that, I got a full step of stretch out of that thing still. Now, I don't know. They brought the guitar in without a whammy bar, and here's the deal. Given she's a very beginning guitar player, I'm not even going to talk about that just because I think it's best. If she doesn't know a whole lot, let's keep that out of the equation at this point. Where are you going with that thing?
I was going to hang it in Mike's office. We don't need it. You got
I was
enough
hoping to play that thing.
I'll leave it right there. It needs tuned, so.
It needs to be tuned up?
Yeah, well, it just needs a little tune.
It has stew tuning?
Yes, it has a quick stew tuning on it.
Let's check the intonation on this thing, and I'm almost done. So you can see, it doesn't take too long to to help this young lady out. And the idea here is that she's a new guitar player, and this is the kind of work that should be done, and it can't be done because oftentimes people don't have the money to pay for this kind of work, which would normally be time, billed by the hour, or in some cases billed by the minute, depending on who the tech is. So again, I'm putting a little bit more into this for this young lady because I want to see her continue to play her guitar for years to come. And kind of looking at that output jack, looks good. Okay, let's turn that off. Now I know you can't, well, I'll put the tuner up here. We're going to check the intonations to see what's happening. If I didn't do anything to this, young lady would have no idea that this wasn't done, but is at this point unless she has perfect pitch, which she may, that's possible. So as you can see, looking good. Boy, they did pretty good at the factory. The intonation on this thing, I'm liking that. That is great to see. Boy, well, I'll be dipped. Talking like Derek. Yes, and I'm beating the tar out of the string. So, frets feel pretty darn good. Just playing it, there's not any like cheese graters going on. So, we're pretty close to being done with this, but I gotta check my work. All right. Come on, I gotta learn to plug guitar cables in too, because that's tricky. All right, where'd you go? That's not you. That's not you. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Okay. There you is. Okay. Let's see what this thing sounds like. I gotta be careful. I know I don't want to blow everybody's head off. You might need to turn your headphones down when I play this thing, but I'm trying to keep it somewhat quiet. I got no sound. Oh, it's because that cable's not plugged in. Where'd you go? There you is. There you is. Okay. I forgot. Plugging cables in is I'm a new guy at that. Let's see what she sounds like. Let's find a I'd say this thing sounds pretty good, man. Listen to that. There we go. What do you think? Okay. So I can tell right now. Got the string action too low on this thing. It's kind of like, I've just kind of recently started doing this after changing stretching. When you actually put it into practical application, like you would play a guitar like this, you get some more stretch out of it. Let's take it for a test drive. Gotta be careful with the volume. Got too many cables down here. This is pretty quiet right now.
That is so great.
I'm sorry I had to mess up that molding. That thing was just so. Oops, hang on. Yeah, no problem.
I don't even think either one of us even bothered to look.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that thing was just. I couldn't thread the valve. I'll shut up now. It's like, yeah.
No, we're thrilled.
Yeah.
How much do I owe you?
The part was $58.
No, you have to pay that. No. I'll pay. Okay. No,
just pay me for the part. Don't worry.
I'm glad Lori wasn't here to hear me say that.
She would have laughed. She's been proud of you.
She just gets tired of me. People doing us favors and me hard-assing them for it. And I said, Lori, honestly, they're used to it. They know I'm going to get you.
It's called sarcasm, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Don't worry about the rest of it.
Oh,
I'm happy to help you.
It's appreciated, not expected.
All right. Well, I'm brown-nosing, man.
You can already do whatever you want.
Right?
I don't know what else I can do.
Woo. All right, so let's take this little thing for a test drive.
What's
This thing. I'm talking to myself again, Mike. Hang on here. Let me get stuff set up here a little bit better. So, Slinky Nines, yeah. 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 That's a great conversation. I would love to read these comments. You guys, and I appreciate you guys talking with one another about stuff, man. That's cool. Okay, let me play a little bit. How many times have you heard that? This is a cheap ass Squire Bullet Strat made in Indonesia. I think these things cost around 200 bucks new. Is that right? 250. Now I do know that I got the string action a little bit low because it's fretting out right there. I'm trying to do a 3-fret bend. So I'm gonna fix that because I expect her to be doing 3-fret bends today. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my Allen key and I'm gonna make a half turn. That's it. It's a half a turn. That's 180 degrees. Yeah, right? On both the B, because the B was starting to fret out, and the E. And let's see what happens. Because see what that does is it keeps my, I know my saddles are flat. It'll keep them flat, right? I think I'm right. Because like the same number, like number 1 equals 1, correct? Give it a little stretch, because I just adjusted the string. I'm gonna turn my delay off. You can't play without delay. I gotta have something to hide behind. There you go. twice, cut once, right? So we're at 3.5. Yeah, I'm gonna bring those both up to 4 because they can be at 4. Just the final touches here. And keep in mind that this guitar is going to somebody who absolutely has no idea how to play a guitar. Sue me. Still get just a little bit more out of this. We're gonna go quarter turn, quarter turn. That's 25% of 1. Problem solved, right? There we go. Now this young lady can do whatever she wants on this thing, and it'll work. Just like my guitar would. If I handed her my guitar, it'd feel just like this. And the other thing is that the first fret action on this is really nicely done. They did a really good job on this. It's very evenly spaced, and the thing... Thing I gotta do before I'm done here is we'll set the pickup heights, right? Keep in mind, this girl has no idea how to play guitar, right? So wouldn't it be cool if mom and dad, or you saved up your money and you bought a guitar and it was set up like this? Man, holy smokes, that pickup is almost touching the string at that point, so we're going to lower it down to where it won't touch the string, and that was close. And I'm a little curious. When I was fretting, it almost seemed like this guitar had absolutely zero sustain, so this might be why. It just didn't feel right when I hit notes when I was playing it. Yep, come on. It didn't feel right. When I hit a note, it just kind of died. But I was thinking, well, it's just a really pretty inexpensive guitar. It's just the pickups are really shitty. Well, it could be that they were just too close to the strings. There we go. Well, this one's right. That's interesting. Yep, just a little too close here. Too close for comfort. Too close for being right. And another 21 fret guitar that Fender makes. stupid. That right there is the dumbest thing ever in guitars. And I love Leo Fender, all due respect, but dude, you really messed up. You really messed up. Really. Am I wrong? All the guys I work with are just, shut the hell up, man. And that one's actually a little bit low, so we're making up for a little bit of a shortcoming. That was good. Okay, still a little bit low. Come on, baby. Come on, do what I tell you. There we go. There it is. Right on. Can you imagine being given a guitar that's set up that nicely? That's amazing. Okay, so we're all done with this thing. I'm not even going to play it anymore. Let me turn off my loud amplifier. Oh wait, no, I'm not going to turn off the amp. Hang on, I got something else. So we're going to finish this thing up so we can send this thing home. And I spent way too much time on this, but I can. Once in a while I can. Sure. Ooh, okay. Almost felt like I was trying to cut through the string. I just did. Did you see that? Amateur hour. I just cut through the G string. What a dumbass. So my work here is not done, and stupid. Oh, it's not like I don't have anything else to do today, but God grief, what a dork. What a dork. What is this? 17? 17. I'll be right back. I can get a damn 17 gauge string. What a moron. Duh. Oh, Sheryl Crow, sorry.
Perfect, I'll take care of it right now.
Good grief. Get going and I just do stupid stuff. I'm out of there. Well, I guess what this means is I'll get some more practice putting strings on a guitar, because I need a lot of practice. I'm really not very good at it. I mean, it takes me forever. Right? Okay. I'll show you one more time just because I had to do it. Now give me a teaching opportunity. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I think even drummers can count to 3. Alright, there we go. Now I gotta stretch it all out again. Woohoo! That was interesting. The ball wasn't fully socketed in the block, so it just popped on me. So now we'll get 4 wraps or so. Alright, now we'll stretch the hell out of it. I'll try and break it. I'm stretching the hell out of it. Just because that's how I roll. God, you guys, what a dork. See, do something like that, it costs you 5 minutes. Wasted steps. Looks like I spilled my coffee on this guitar, so we'll fix that. I didn't sneeze on it, so that's definitely not. It's not. Okay. Now I have one more thing I want to show you guys today, and this is a testament to the quality of people that I work with here. And I ain't kidding, I work with probably the best luthier guitar tech on the west coast of the United States, maybe in the entire country. And I'm not kidding. Get ready for this. Okay, so this one's gonna ready to go home. I'll send that home. So, I gotta tune this thing.
You'll have to tune it.
Put the electronics work?
Electronics work.
Alright. So check this out, fellas. Alright, folks. Alright, so here. Now, I'm not the only one that works here that has to actually fix guitars. And the guy that fixed this one, again, I will tell you, he's probably the best guitar tech on the West Coast, if not in the whole United States of America. And I'd put him up against anybody. And I ain't kidding. I say that way too much, but I'm not. So this is an Epiphone DR212 Nat. It's a Nat. Let's see. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of full of good deeds today. I did some cool stuff today for the gentleman who owns our shop, and it really felt good to get to do that for him. They needed my help. I am still a journeyman plumber. We'll just leave it at that. It's kind of fun to get to go help him. We all help one another out here. So this thing yesterday had, what was it, 7/8 string action.
I mean, it was over a half inch.
Yeah. So this thing had a ½ inch of string action yesterday, roughly. And so my journeyman did what I would do and took the saddle down and put new strings on it. This is like the first 12 string that we've had in here in 10 years that I didn't put strings on. I can't even believe it. So, and he does, he's got this special way of tuning instruments, so I'm hoping that it's there. He's laughing at that. I'm hoping that it's stew tuned. Yeah, let's see what this thing's. Oh wait, let's plug it in, because I can. All right, okay. Where's the plug-in? There it is. Oh boy. Oh, are you ready? Let's turn the delay off just so we don't have any. Let's see if it's got stew tuning. Oh yeah. Oh. That is perfectly stew tuned. You get to watch me tune damn 12 string, but oh yeah, this is definitely stew tuned. Does this intentionally. He'll walk up to you and hand you a guitar. I just tuned it up, try it. Let's see. Yeah.
Guitar, dude. We're not done yet. There's another 3.
Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate I intend to give you what you usually get, and I'm deciding whether I'll give you cash or a check.
That's fine, Mike. Thank you. Thank you.
No, you gotta.
Yeah, this guitar is pretty sweet.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
I was sitting back there, figured out. I went, I think that's that epi.
It's pretty bright. Over in the mid control, I had to back that off a lot to get it like to sound with head yield, but just straight. In it too? It's kind of mid-rangey. I mean, it works. Tuner.
I was just curious.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Jeez. What's it sound like if you take all the high out of it? Or a lot of
Let's
high
pull some mids out of it and some of the presence now. Still seems kind of mid-rangey, does it?
It does.
Maybe it's... Not bad.
Not what we paid for it, it's really good.
Yeah, and this is a retrofit pickup system. These things, I mean, a lot of them fail, but it's supposed to mount up here.
Yeah.
But
it looks like a do-it-yourselfer.
Yep, indeed. Either that or Stu did it 20 years ago. I got something around here that'll work.
You got to badmouth him about something. Yeah.
Button here, Digi-Tuner, note. So you turn it on. If I push the Digi, it changes the. There we go. It changes the type of tuning setup. like a, you know, I don't know, new. I think it does. It has a plywood top, plywood back and sides. It's got a replacement pickup thing in it. It's got pretty decent machine heads. Oh, let's do this. We gotta do this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but let's see if these come off. Oh yeah, that's cool. So they got little colored, we'll get all the plastic off of this just to make it look nice. I can smell that shit on a guitar, and I'm not kidding. I can smell it. Just looks goofy. Hey, doesn't that look better already? Now, what's going to happen with this instrument, it's definitely for sale. Everything is for sale for the right price, right? But this is going to be hanging out in my Fearless Leader's office, and he'll be writing some songs probably with this guitar. Because I don't think any of us here at the shop actually own a legit 12-string. And this one may end up being a part of his massive guitar collection, which is one. He's not one of those guys, you know. Probably sold $10 million worth of guitars in his life, maybe more. And then easily that much in car stereos, and he owns one, right? But we're all kind of like that here, minimalists. We don't need a bunch of money. Money does not make the world go round. We all live, how do we say it? Frugally. Pretty cool. Have good examples. Nice stuff, nice. Come on. I know this seems kind of like, wait, well, yeah, it doesn't, this just looks dumb. Not to mention, these have been on here for I don't know how long. I don't know how old this guitar is, but if I left them on here for a couple more years, it'd probably be really hard to get off. There we go. My favorite thing. I've removed 2 condoms today. Ha ha. Actually, 13. That's how math works. Math is hard. Okay, almost done here. I'm gonna go hand this to my Fearless Leader and let him take it for a ride. He's gonna love this thing. This thing plays really, really nice. This thing plays really nice. It was fun to watch Stu working on this because he doesn't work on guitars very often anymore, and I got to like kind of observe a little bit yesterday and learned a couple more things. Yeah. So there you go. New guitar player's guitar and a new 12-string here at the shop. This thing is for sale if anybody's interested in buying it. Yeah, here it is. Beautiful guitar. And the old, oops, let me get that off of there. And now it's even more beautiful because I got all the guck off of the machine heads. And I'm half tempted to guess that these may not be the original machine heads because they're actually pretty good quality, but I don't know. They don't, there's no like extra holes drilled or anything like that, but beautiful guitar set up by one of the best luthiers in the world. So I'm gonna bid you all adieu. I gotta get busy on some other stuff here. I got a bunch of other projects to take care of. You know, Ed, I'll have to get back to you on that. We haven't really discerned. Make me an offer. How's that? You can look them up. It's a DR212 Nat. The only thing about this one is, again, it's not the same as the ones that you'll find on Reverb because of the setup work. But this thing, dude, I'm telling you, this thing, His setup really, really nice. Yeah. Starting to snow. Excellent. We got some snow last night. We're sitting right around 30 degrees today. Yeah, I could not tell you exactly what we're going to ask for this thing, but dude, the way it plays, it's definitely worth something. You would love it. I would love to put this in your hands and let you play it. $200 new, or $290 new. Well, it's got $300 worth of work done on it. I'm joking, you guys. That's true. Oh, you 812 Ryan, hello, man. Thanks for popping in today. Wholehearted, yeah, indeed. Got to play that on a 12 string. That's such a cool guitar riff. I don't remember if the original was recorded on a 12 string or not. Wow. $290 new. And I'll tell you what, man. This thing plays like a dream. I'm going to go give it to the guy who's probably going to 290 bucks sold. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to have it here. If anybody, if you're interested. And we also have, let me see, what else do we have? What do we have in here? If you guys are into used stuff. I don't have a whole lot of, really anything, super, high-end. Aside from that 72 Telly, but... I'm sorry, 52 Telly, but that's not for sale. I don't think you could offer enough money to buy that guitar. Yeah, this one's plywood top and plywood back and sides. It's got a, let me look at the neck real quick. Definitely mahogany neck. Very thin, though, front to back. Real good fret work. Stu did a little bit of work on some sticky frets on this thing yesterday. I saw him doing that. And we treated the fingerboard with linseed oil. Actually, he used neck honey. He likes that stuff. Just string action is really great. So a cool guitar. Epi-LPS. Oh, you got a black one? Yep. Yeah, and it has the classic Epiphone, and we just had a nice discussion about the Epiphone headstocks on guitars, and it's really tragic that the mindset is what it is when guys, these hoity-toity guys, see an Epiphone. I don't own an Epiphone, and for the same reason that these hoity-toity guys, I don't want to own a guitar that says Epiphone on it. They're doing it too long to buy an Epiphone. But but that is not to say that they aren't some of the best guitars I've ever played. So there you go. All right, guys, I'm gonna head off. Peace. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for being here. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. You don't have to be. Hit the thumbs up. That's cool. It helps a little bit, right? Peace.
Is it all right for
this thing? This is sweet. Yeah.